that a Luna 1.3% Classic burn is ready to go. More importantly, it will help save lives. Some people could become quite wealthy as a result of this. Just know that it will be a huge success, and I'll keep you posted. There have been increasingly frequent conversations the moment Biden adopted the practice. Nearly every market is eager to sign up. The plaque commitment made by the exchange is 1.2%. 5 of the J has committed to backing Luna Classic. Globally, a 1.2% tax on burn is supported by a 1.2% tax mix. Also, it involves the traders signing their own trading fees. They are planning a trading fee as well as a discount for every 10 trades. And what they're doing now is completely insane. A lot of people are pushing the idea forward and supporting it because they believe Luna Classic deserves better. People claim that there are 7 trillion of them available, right? As a result, estimates suggest as much as $700.00 in the first year. On the other hand, if 700 billion people start flying, that changes everything. The equivalent of 7 trillion times. This means 1 billion. Just crazy. But that is really out there. If you're looking for Terra, the iconic hit that costs $1, we have no idea. But we do know that Terra Classic is heading in the right direction. You can bet your last dollar that anyone who says Terra Classic doesn't deserve it is lying to you. There is some uncertainty. Whether or if an item will reach $1 is anyone's guess. When Bitcoin reached $100, no one could have predicted it. Despite widespread doubt, one person was certain that Bitcoin's price reached $60,000. The price of Bitcoin hit a new high of $19,000. However, here's the rub. As the rumor has it, the price of a Terra Classic saying is going to be $1. Here's why it's costing Luna Classic about 171% extra to serve due to discussions of imposing a 1.2% burn tax or the extreme transactions. This is obviously quite significant. A new tax burn mechanism to reduce taxes by 1.2% is in the works for Luna Classic, the native code of the abandoned project. Luna Classic has increased by a significant amount this week. As for me, I'm done. There is also a great deal occurring. There seems to be nothing but wonderful news coming my way at the moment, especially with Terra Luna, right? How about $1? Potentially. On the other hand, many are rejecting this idea, as if it's going up a great deal. Although this was previously impossible, a burn now makes it a distinct possibility. You should know that this gets disseminated. And everyone should know that this newfound interest in Terra Classic is only the beginning. It's only the beginning of people realizing that Classic isn't dead, and that other projects are viable options. You could call it a movement, and it's bound to spread like wildfire, to the point where we had serious doubts about the project's viability and whether or not it would ever generate a profit of even 1 cent, let alone $1. But at the moment, with the tokens being burned, we may be witnessing massive fires daily. People keep referring to this number as many billion. Your trading volume in Terra Classic's native coin, which was strong but not unexpected given the currency's low liquidity, likely continues. The small number of developers still working on their Classic ecosystem was enough to generate rumors. Finally, we've made it here, witnessing the current state of affairs. In light of a new recommendation from the Terrorism Classics community, the validators are converging on a consensus. Token burning is a simple idea where supply of tokens is reduced while demand remains constant. The increase in people's willingness to pay for something causes that amount to decrease. Furthermore, now that many of these projects have been completed, this article says, but I think this is the start of something big. Like the more developers you have working on the project, the more ops you could develop, the more utility you could develop. So it's safe to assume that the Classic and applied token burn tax will do that in order to attract investors. When considered on its own merits, the value of Luna Classic is questionable. People are commenting that. Yes, there isn't a whole lot there yet, but it's clear that the project is headed in the right path. What a sad-looking creature. This is the classic parabolic rise at it, but the price can't suddenly drop with all those things rising up. In spite of the article's pessimism, I think there's still a market for Terrible Classic, and that more and more people are coming back to buy it now that they can see that it's truly burning more and more. And so it is with the burns. They unite the society. There have been several developments in the last 2 months that affect the Classic. The rate of combustion is the primary consideration because estimates place the monthly expenditure at up to $1 trillion. Our current supply stands at 7 trillion, so not sure how accurate that statement is. The benefit is substantial even if it just lasts for a few billion cycles. The potential for this to go mainstream depends on widespread endorsement from exchanges. I'm curious as to the consensus of opinion here. Just to be sure, a complete destruction, as the updating of a dictionary on Wikipedia. Have faith, be at peace, and subscribe.